Just take in some more gentle, deep breaths, relaxing your body in loving kindness. Relaxing all the muscles in your face, in your neck, on down through your arms and your torso, letting go of all the tension. Just allow yourself to remember and open up to the basic goodness. You might remember the times that you've had and recall a natural desire to be happy. As you experience this love, notice how you feel in your body. Maybe feel some warmth or heat, a smile, a sense of expansionness. This is loving kindness, a natural feeling that is accessible to all of us. Just resting with this feeling of open, unconditional love for a few minutes. Beginning now to wish yourself well by extending words of loving kindness to yourself. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be happy and contented. May I feel connected and calm. May I accept myself just as I am. May I feel safe and free from pain. May I know the natural joy of being alive. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be happy and contented. May you feel my love now. May you accept yourself just as you are. May you feel safe and free from pain. May you know the natural joy of being. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. O Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in the pardoning that we are pardoned. And it is in the dying that we are born to eternal life. And if you would, gently transition back into your physical world where you are ready, using a deep, soft, awakening breath. Namaste.
Thank you, Nalta. I would like for you all to say with me in your bulletin, our vision and our mission statement. So if you would please stand and let us read together our vision and mission statement, along with the Declaration of Principles. Our mission statement. CSL West Georgia is a joyful global community where everyone belongs. Through our unique spiritual teachings, we provide a safe environment to experience compassionate living. Our declaration. I believe there is one creative intelligence operating throughout the universe. I believe my purpose is to allow divine mind to express in and through me. I know that this divine presence is a power for good, which responds to my conscious use to create, filled with love, peace, success, and all things. I use it now, and I rejoice in it, and so it is. And Connie?
Hello, family. I know you're not used to me in the mic, nor am I. But we have such a wonderful spirit that's going to bring us the message, ends with song. And I found out Saturday, Cynthia, let's all send healing, loving energy her way. But she told me, she says, will you introduce John? That was yesterday. So, of course, your cerebellum, they call it what they have names for it, right? Wow. So I was going over and over, what am I going to say? And of course, he was prepared. He brought me an introduction. But this morning, in Science of Mind, I was reading my daily, your daily guide. And the next thing after was called, an article called The Holy Shadow. And I felt moved to read it to you. It's a little short story. See, this story was originated in 1967, a magazine, and it was translated from a French story, contributor Ruth Kraft. Long ago, there lived a saint, so good that astonished angels came down from heaven to see how a mortal could be this way. He simply went about his daily life, diffusing virtue as the star diffuses light and the flowers diffuse perfume, never aware of it. These words summed up his days. He gave and he forgave. Yet these words never fell from his lips. They were expressed in his ready smile, his kindness, his forbearance and charity. The angel said to God, "Grant him the gift of miracles." God replied, "I consent." And what does he desire? So they said to the humble saint, "Should you like the touch of your hand to heal the sick?" "No," the saint answered. "I would rather God do that." Should you like to convert guilty souls and bring wandering hearts in the right path? No. That is the mission of angels. I pray. I do not convert. Should you like to become a model of patience, attracting all people by the luster of your virtue, thus glorify God? No. If people should be attracted to me, they would be estranged from God. God has other means of glorifying itself. What do you desire then? Said the angels. What can I wish for? Asked the saint, smiling. That God gave me grace. With that, should I not have everything? But the angels insisted, you must ask for a miracle or one will thrust upon you. Very well, said the saint. I wish that I may do a great deal of good without even knowing it. The angel was perplexed. They took counsel together and set into action this plan. Every time the saint's shadow should fall behind or at either side so he could not see it, it would have power to cure disease, soothe pain, and comfort sorrow. The saint's wish came to pass. When he walked along his shadow on either side or behind him, it made paths green. It caused withered plants to bloom, gave clear water to dried up brooks, fresh color to pale little children, and joy to unhappy mothers. But the saint simply went about his daily life diffusing virtue as star diffuses light and the flower's perfume, without ever being aware of it. And the people, respecting his humility, followed him silently, never speaking to him about his miracles. Little by little, they came to forget his name and called him only the Holy Shadow. And this saint right here, he walks his talk. That's what I gotta say about you, John.
Thank you, sister. That was beautiful. Thank you. There's no trick to really getting it if you believe in yourself and trust. Such a treat when every moment's sweet. With your guiding hand, I know I must keep on going, yes, keep on flowing, yes, keep on staying in the here and now, letting go of the stress, cleaning out the mess, so we're living at our very best, moment to moment. Oh, oh, oh. It's your life, so own it, yeah, yeah. And when the time comes to be yourself, may the highest calling be your help. Oh, 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 oh. La da 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 da. I have found that the only way to win is to find a path that works for you. So run this race at your own pace. Nobody does it better than you. Keep on going, yes. Keep on flowing, yes. Keep on staying in the here and now. Letting go of stress, cleaning out the mess. So we're living at our very best. A moment to moment, oh, oh, oh. It's your life, so own it, yeah, yeah. And when the time comes to be yourself, may the highest calling be your help. Oh, may the highest calling be your help. Yeah, yeah, yeah. La da 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 da. Oh, 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 oh. La da 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 da. Oh. La da 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 da. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Moment to moment, oh, ooh, ooh. It's your life, so own it, yeah, yeah, yeah. And when the time comes to be yourself, may the highest calling be your help. May the highest calling be your help. Yeah, yeah, yeah. May the highest calling be your help. Greetings, salutations, and good morning. Grateful to be here once again. I noticed that the title for today's talk online was a little different than the one I prepared. So I tuned in and did a combination. It's funny, you all picked up on a talk I'm doing in July somehow, and that's what's on the website. So I was like, okay, Spirit, what do we do here? So we're going to combine what I received beforehand and what I received for the future and bring them all together. How about that? So the title of this talk is a remix. It is Relying on Our Highest Power to Declare Our Independence. Liberation is our birthright. A little long, but apropos. So, question. When you consider your life in these four areas, socially, spiritually, mentally, and physically, how fulfilled are you in each of those areas? Socially, spiritually, mentally, physically. I'll give you a moment to consider that. Socially, spiritually, mentally, physically. How fulfilled are you in those areas? Now, if you're one of those fortunate people who can say in all four areas, I feel fulfilled, congratulations. You have found the key, I would suppose. See, the reality is, no matter where you find yourself, you have the power to declare your liberation and be fulfilled in all four areas. That's a bold statement, right? I'm going to give you an example of how the appearance of things may have you thinking you don't have the power to declare independence. And when I say independence, I'm talking about independence from suffering. declare your liberation and claim fulfillment. Growing up, I was a young man who lived in what sadly has been for many a typical situation of a single parent family, growing up with my mother, etc., and longing for my father who had went out of the country when I was 3, and I didn't see him again until my 20s. Now, I don't share that as a sad story. It's a very common story for some. But my feeling socially was one of woundedness and lack. Felt I was missing something. That I was fortunate to go to a private school, so I saw a lot of kids with their family, full family members, and all of them, and I felt that sense of lack. What I later learned to do was align with the source of who I am that let me know and came to me as the Father, that I never lacked a Father, and brought me that healing, brought me that sense of completion in realizing that Father had been with me all that time. But I was focused on lack. Then I learned to switch my focus. I learned to open up and expand and claim my birthright of liberation, because the source of all family was already there with me. All those times I longed for something and felt I was missing something. The appearance was I didn't have. The reality was I did have. But I had to mature to recognize that and to begin to see not only did I have the greatest power, but those ingredients of not having a physical father is what gave me the inspiration to tap in and begin to have a direct connection and relationship with that highest power, and taught me how to align. I didn't get that from other people. I got it direct. And that's what I prayed for. Why? Because of that longing. That longing was the perfect ingredient to help me awaken to my power and get it direct. What I longed for as a kid. So that guidance healed my soul, showed me that I have the power to choose in any situation, in any circumstance, the vibration, the frequency of liberation to fulfill whatever the desire is. Another example. I may have shared this here before, but I'm going to share it again for those who might not have heard it. When I broke my ankle in 2020 of July, I remember being on that couch for 8 hours in excruciating pain because I misunderstood the doctor's directions. To take the medicine 8 hours later is what I heard. So I'm on there in excruciating pain, waiting till the 8 hours, like, okay, I can't take this. My wife, the funniest thing, my wife took a video of it so she could show me later. Of course, she waited a while. And it seriously looked like I was in labor. Our couch has not been the same since. But in those moments, I remember being so overwhelmed by the sensations of pain that I tried every spiritual practice I could think of, from chanting to meditation, toning, crying out, praying, affirming. Nothing seemed to switch the situation I was suffering. And I finally got to the point where I was like, all right, look, if this is how it's going to be, I can't take this. You got to do something, please. I cannot endure this anymore. It's just too much. And somehow I brought myself into this centered alignment presence and allowed spirit to come through. And I began to speak and begin to do what I had already known how to do. But it was the one practice I hadn't gone into. I'm like, okay, let me just allow spirit to speak through me in this moment. And whatever came out, I don't even remember, but I remember transcending suffering. In that moment, the pain did not go away. The appearance didn't change. The experience changed. all I did was surrendered, and all of a sudden my consciousness expanded. I allowed that higher consciousness to come through, that spirit that teaches all things to do its thing, and just got out the way. Suddenly I transcended suffering. It was the second time that's happened for me. In that excruciating pain, I didn't take anything. That excruciating pain was still there. It didn't bother me. There's a clip going on social media. Well, it's kind of old now. But the guys asked, this is kind of fun, do you smoke weed? He's like, who, me? No, weed don't bother me. That's how I felt. He's like, who, me? Pain don't bother me. So that's a joke in our house too. Sometimes we go, who, me? That don't bother me. But I was in that period of surrender where the ingredient, breaking my ankle, being in a physical, immobile space like I'd never been in, that I can remember since a child, depending on my family for many things, and being so surrendered and allowing that higher power to bring peace without the circumstances change. I wasn't walking. Pain didn't go away, but I was able to access peace. See, we have the power to declare liberation, declare our independence from whatever circumstance we find ourselves in. And often that circumstance is the perfect ingredient to spur us on and increase our desire to make the breakthroughs. Each day, have a practice where I get up, open my eyes, turn on a meditation, my own guided meditation, actually. It's what I receive. And I just let it guide me to align, to allow, to let go. After that, get up, I make my bed, I go out, I do my journal at my desk. And I ask what's mine to know. Then I ask what's mine to do. Then I go into a practice of gratitude, my intention for the day, giving thanks. It's a step I'm leaving out. Oh, visualization. I visualize and see myself and give myself, and then I affirm through affirmations. I usually write them down, like 1 or 2 affirmations that match that intention for the day, that top intention. Then after that, I go directly into something called Simpleology. It's free, by the way, if you want to check it out. But it helps me delegate, prioritize, schedule all my to-dos. Anything I didn't do yesterday, it comes back over, right? Now, I've been guided to this process, and I listen and ask what's mine to do. And I use these systems to create the structure, to prioritize. What it's allowed me to do is expand my capacity to listen and serve and hear what's mine to do, and to step into that vision fully and to remember it, right? And keep note of it, keep track of it. But that's what works for me. My practice is what works for me. The reason I'm sharing that is as we begin to step into that liberation, I think of it as a partially 3-step process. We align or center and become present. Through that presence, we allow spirit to purify, assisting us in seeing what suffering we're choosing subconsciously and consciously. And we begin to release those blocks, those traumas, those misperceptions. We begin to hear that higher knowing guiding us to correct thought that is in alignment with the best and highest for all concerned. That's the purification. Then we're given a vision. We're given a vision that is in alignment with our soul's blueprint, that design that we were sent into this life and co-created and agreed to. That broken leg, that health challenge, appointed times, the ingredients for our lives. We agreed to this blueprint. And that vision comes through to help us see this is who you are, not who you are to be. This is who you are. You've just been choosing this other stuff we're purifying, blocking who you truly are. Oftentimes we think I'm stepping into expansion. Well, really, you just been contracting. It's time to release and be who you are. As we were leading up to this, I was hearing, and somebody's gonna have to check me on time. I have no idea how much time I'm going. If anybody knows exactly when I'm supposed to be done, please give me the 5-minute hand signal. Okay. So if it's 3 o'clock and y'all still sitting here, you know who to look at. Somebody else might want to volunteer the 5-minute mark. But as I begin to prepare for this, I remember thinking about 2 things, or at least being shown. One, often we feel like we want to step into greatness. We feel like we want to expand or heal or be something that we're not. And that's the misperception that Spirit helps heal us from. The truth is, we are all things. There is nothing you are not. That's what oneness is. That's what Christ consciousness is. It's just like a coded program. We've come in with this wonderful coding that develops this limited condition thinking. If you think about a computer program or operating system, an app, it's just running. The thing we forget is that we're the programmer. And we get so busy running in it, that limited condition thinking on loop, we forget we have the power to change. And the key that helps us remember is becoming present, centered, aligned, and asking ourselves that question: how does it feel? How does it feel to be operating this program the way I'm programming? Mentally, physically, socially, spiritually. How does it feel to be choosing what I've been choosing? As we feel into that and become present with that, we can expand our awareness and call upon that higher power through our practice. Align, allow, let go. Breathing, relaxing. In any moment, every moment, moment to moment. How does it feel to be choosing what I'm choosing? And then we're reminded, it's the transformation and renewal of our minds that brings about the truth of who we are. It's only the limited conditioned thinking that's been getting in the way. So we begin to feel, wait a minute. Yes, this physical situation is here, but as I align, I feel healed without the suffering. Did I suddenly begin to walk? Was my ankle suddenly instantly healed? No. It still looked the same way, right? But I was at peace in knowing that all was well and grateful for the power to transcend the appearance of things. I was in the essence of who I was, knowing that all is well. No doubt, nothing changed except my thinking. Just surrendering to that power. You got to do something, right? Sometimes that's what it takes for us to break through. Now, that's optional. I'm not telling you that's what it always takes. That's optional. But sometimes our desire to suffer is up here. And we keep choosing it, right? Until we've had enough. Boy, I was choosing some serious. I remember being present enough to see, doing all those practices, and seeing the mind. I could see the mind choosing the resistance and the suffering. It was like a program that was just out of control. I'm like, wow, I sense it. I can feel it. I see it. And whoa, it's this mental thing. And I'm trying to stop, but it keeps choosing. My desire to suffer was up here. It was just going, yes, give it to me, more. I'm like, I can't take no more. Yes, I can. You ever had something that you know you shouldn't be doing, but oh, you gotta have it, right? You can't put it down. When I'm on my workout plan and my diet and trying to cut fat off my body and stuff like that, those chocolate almond M&Ms that are sitting on top of the fridge, or almonds, I should say, from Trader Joe's, watch out. Watch out. That's all I'm gonna say. But that knowing that it's not best for you and being drawn to it is what it felt like. Watching the ego just do its thing to suffer. It loves to suffer. It loves to find problems. I'm just sitting there like, wow, I can see it. I want out. Oh, I can't take it no more. But wow, it keeps doing it. And it was like holding something and wanting to let it go. For some reason, you're just not letting it go. I'm like, okay, you gotta help. That's all I could do. You gotta help. And suddenly, let that suffering go. And I experience peace and liberation. That is my birthright. That convinced me of the truth that I've known, and many of us know and want to experience, right? That ability to transcend the appearance of things and to be one with that power that gives us our true desires. But what it showed me is it's in the mind. And that instant manifestation of our desires is always possible regardless of the appearance. Mentally, you may be having a struggle, something you want to release, let go, whether it's a memory, a trauma, whether it's something that you've observed that you can't seem to stop, right? That's when you go to that higher power. But it takes presence first. First thing I had to do was try everything to get centered, aligned, and present with what was going on, and expanding my awareness to see, oh, I'm out of control. Whoa, I'm choosing this. Holy cow, oh, help. Right? It takes presence. Once we are present, we can expand our awareness and untangle and see it with a little bit of space to see what we're choosing. That program, that unconscious, problematic coding that's actually trying to help us, but making a big mess, right? You might have used to work, right? Is that correct English? It might have worked in the past, let's say it that way. But now it's just out of control. And had I put my hand on a hot stove, that programming is perfect. Oh my gosh, the pain is overwhelming. Stop, right? In this moment, it was too much. It's going out of control. Presence brings the expansion of awareness to not be so stuck in that myopic coding of the mind that we are accessing higher levels of consciousness. We open up and can beckon help. And it brings a new thought, a higher consciousness. That higher consciousness isn't just words, it's frequency and vibration. It elevates us so we can see the picture from a greater stand without resistance. Mind, body, spirit, social. Those 4 areas It's where Source has been guiding me to declare liberation. Wanted to walk again. Was blessed to be able to walk again. Physical therapy, all of those different things went through. And then was hearing what's mine to do. Step into your greatest physical experience. Began to do what I was guided to do. And now went to the Army, wrestled, did all those things. I'm lifting weights greater than, because now I got my man strength, greater than when I was in the Army, when I thought I was at my peak. Now I'm at my peak. And I'll say I'm about 50 years old, right? I'm actually doing stuff I was doing as a young whippersnapper in like great shape, and I'm exceeding that now. I had that desire, but I didn't know if it was possible because I was having all kinds of stuff, MRIs for the hip, tendonitis, all these things. Source brought me all the different things needed to step into that. That might not be something that is a desire of your heart. But what I'm getting at is, as I practice, Source is leading me in all those areas to fulfill the desires of my heart. But it starts in the moment. The inspired action is just an expression of what I've already accessed. See, any dream, any vision, any desire you have, whether you've given up on it or still have it, the reality is you must possess it now and choose it now in order to, as Abraham Hicks says, be a vibrational match. Otherwise, when it comes, not only will it go, but it won't really do anything but amplify the fact that you're not a match. Like the lottery winners who years later have nothing, they're back to base, they're back to the match. Yeah, you can bring it, but if you're not a vibrational match, if you're not choosing a predominant vibration that matches what you're calling in, even if it shows up, it'll just, you'll be right back at the level you match. It's about raising our frequency and creating that value. Let me be more clear with that. So when we declare our liberation, we come into this presence. We allow that purification to remove all the things that are blocking us and having us believe something else, like I am limited or resisting what is. We expand, we begin to see it from a different perspective, and then we receive the vision. We receive the new thought. We receive the new vibration and frequency and transcend the suffering. That is what we begin to integrate. That new vibration, that new level, that new frequency. We begin to integrate it by, one, being present with it as it comes to us, something that only that higher power gives us. You can't do it from the level of consciousness that sees the problem. You got to elevate, right? And as that power comes in, well, we can integrate it and make that the predominant vibration. How do we know if it's the predominant vibration? How do you know when in my mind, my body, my spirit, and socially, what my predominant vibration is? Let's go back to that simple question. How does it feel? Feeling is your language to the universe. No matter what you say, no matter what mantra, what you affirm, what you decide and choose, how does it feel? That's what the universe is listening to. In every language, it all comes down to vibration and frequency, how you feel. And that predominant feeling that you are choosing is what you're telling the universe, I am. When I think about finances, how does it feel? I am lacking something, or I am fulfilled, I am abundant, I am successful. How does it feel? When I think about my current situation, physically, mentally, socially, spiritually. How does it feel? I'm lacking something that I gotta be, I gotta get to. I am fulfilled. I am an extension of Source, whole and complete. I am one with all that is, and I lack nothing. When we're there, we've claimed our birthright. We've declared our independence from the appearance of things, and we choose to give ourselves the feelings our souls desire. Now, yes, we talked about beckoning that higher power, but that higher power lets you know you have a responsibility. That higher power wakes you up to see, oh, I've been choosing this. Now I need to start practicing choosing this so I can master saying yes instead of saying no. We spend our lives being exposed to conditioning that gives us the opportunity to see how does it feel to choose to think this way and that way. And then when we've had enough of the desire for suffering, that desire to opt out increases and eclipses the desire to suffer, and then we act differently. We choose differently, and we have our breakthroughs. Help! We open up and allow that help to come through and guide us to purification and vision. The vision is your responsibility. The vision is just a creation. You know how they say thoughts and feelings create experience, right? Feeling is the communication. I am successful. What does it feel like? I can use my imagination. I can use visualization to send those vibrations to the universe and let it know, what role am I choosing to be? I might have grown up thinking, I lack, I am without father, I am inferior, I am this, that, or the other, or I am in a situation that's unbearable, whatever it is. I bring that alignment, that centering, that presence. I expand my awareness. I get a new thought. You've never been without. You are one with all that is. Everything you see is abundance. Your situation now is abundance. It's just not the abundance that you want, not the abundance you favor, but you lack nothing. You are a divine, unique expression in the perfect ingredients to be a victory instead of a victor for your story. But you got to choose. You have the responsibility to declare the independence. And then you can step into that vision as you release the old mastery. You've already mastered the old story. I was talking to a friend yesterday. She's like, oh yeah, I need that's it. I need mastery. I haven't mastered anything. Well, yes, you have. You've mastered saying no. Master saying no to your liberation. You've mastered saying no to being an extension of Source, whole and complete. That's the role you've been playing. That's okay. No, you are a master because it's habitual and you don't even know it. You just walking like the wonderful saint saying no, right? No, I'm not enough. No, I lack. No, I don't have, right? No, I am inferior. Yes, you are a master, and so it is. Now it's time to say, how does it feel? Wait, that don't feel good. I want to go the other way. You've been down that street, as the Matrix says. You know that road. So now we have to practice by invoking spirit to assist us in claiming the birthright so we can see that out of control part. We actually have control over it, just not from this level, not from the level of belief in it. We expand, we access that higher power, whatever you call it, and it does the work for us, through us, as us. Then that vision can come through. So the second part I was talking about, the responsibility, once we've accessed that, we get vision. Once you get the blocks out of the way and the misperceptions that's been blocking, you start seeing, you start hearing and receiving the vision. What's the vision? The soul's blueprint, what you're here to do, be, have, and create. Suddenly you become this vessel that's doing things you never thought you'd do. How many years ago? 20 years ago? What would that be? 2003? 2003, I was in a rock band. We were playing clubs at the 10 High. And my vision for my life was, all right, let's start a record label, tour the world. Let's get out here and have relationships and fun and all kinds of stuff I won't mention. And we did. We toured the world. Japan, Korea, Honduras, Cuba, Guam, all these Curacao, places I never dreamed I'd go. And there were some ups and there were some deep downs. And it wasn't truly fulfilling. I was always chasing something. But during that time, I thought of myself as an aspiring, struggling artist, singer. That's it. When I began to realize I didn't like who I was, I did exactly what I'm telling you. I started practicing, finding practices that work for me, meditation, binaural beats, yoga, all kinds of things. I was trying whatever I could find. I found what worked for me, and suddenly the purification process happened. I let go, forgave, learned gratitude, learned all these practices, learned to align from moment to moment, and all of a sudden the vision started coming. You are to be a teacher, a healer, and a singer. Whoa, didn't see that coming. Stepped into and expanded and let go of my little insecurities and awkwardness around it. Suddenly begin to allow spirit to do its work through me and as me. It knows what I'm here to be. It began to teach me about the soul's blueprint and what my roles were. Next thing you know, I'm hearing you are to be a developer. I'm like, what? A developer? What are you talking about? Coding? No, real estate. What? It's like, wow, that's exciting. But no, let me stop tripping because I've already been through this. I already know when the vision comes to let go of the resistance and just trust. I'm like, okay. So I'm like moving in that direction. All of a sudden things begin to happen. Source brings the people. Then a vision comes through to see a development, a university campus in a sustainable city. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I thought you meant like a house. A city? Okay. I'm going to surrender and allow that vision to come through. It's like, it's not mine in the sense of John. It's mine in the sense of the I am, the greatest power, the oneness, to bring this vision through. Oh, it's time to go back to school. Ooh, school, what? Boom, go back to school, start learning about economic, social, political power and how they work in the world, how it's been how others have been kept out. I'll just put it that way. Begin to learn about what's needed and realizing how this vision can assist. The dots start connecting. Next thing you know, I'm studying data analytics, productivity and operations management. I'm at a tour at Amazon, showing the managers are showing me how they built it and all the plans. I'm learning about construction and the companies that built the Hoover Dam and the processes they use and all these things. Would have never dreamed I'd be studying. And I'm doing my best, following and enjoying it and realizing, wow, this is what I've always wondered about, how this stuff is done. And then I'm frustrated, suffering, like, okay, you told me I'm supposed to be building a city, studies. When is it going to happen? It's like, son, you're in school for that very thing. Look at what you're learning. Oh, wow, I didn't even see it. Right? I didn't make the connection. It's like, and look at that text message you got 2 days ago to go visit the land. I was told it was going to be 60 acres in or near Georgia, 60 plus will be the first step to get that land. Friend sends me, hey, we got a friend who wants to share this land, 60 acres in Hiawassee, Georgia. And we go up and tour a beautiful area. It wasn't the place, but it was the pieces starting to come to give us a vision. So many more things. I could go on and on. I'm going to wrap up here. So presence allows us to purify ourselves of the things that are in the way. That's how we bring that higher power and integrate the experience. We're already all of the things we want to be. Anything you see in this world is actually you, because you are the essence. There is no separation. However, you're having what feels like an individual human experience, so you can choose and fulfill your own blueprint in a unique way. Why? Because life is creating more, not the same. Your ingredients are unique. You're not here to be Martin Luther King Jr. Dang, that role's taken. You're not here to be Coretta Scott King. That role's taken. You're here to be uniquely you, an expression of the divine, perfect and whole in every way, and complete. Purification allows you to see you have the power to choose that vibration that matches all you're here to be, that vibration that matches all you're here to do. And until you choose that, through whatever that works for you, visualization, imagination, I find myself in any situation, even when we're about to start, visualizing and feeling what I want to feel. Not to get the end result, that is the end result. To give myself the vibration, because I'm putting my order in with the universe. Yo, universe, imagining this is what I want right here, right now, instant manifestation. I've got it, I am it, I've chosen it. Universe says, oh yeah, this is his role, okay, we got that. Oh yeah, that's how he likes to feel. Let's make sure everything is situated to continue to amplify his order. If I'm sitting there, I'm nervous. Oh my gosh, I can't do this. Oh my goodness, it's all on me. Oh, I'm limited. The I am, will you help me? All right, let's put him in a situation to amplify that vibration. It's like, which do you want to choose, right? But how does it feel? It's okay to choose either one. How does it feel? Do you like it? No? Time to switch. Get present. Expand that awareness. Listen to that spirit that teaches all things. Allow it to purify. Now catch that vision. We are free in every moment to claim fulfillment. Mentally, physically, spiritually, socially, all inclusive. Say this with me. I give thanks to the I am that is the essence of all things, knowing exactly what is best and highest for all concerned in any moment. And in this moment, I choose my birthright of limitless light and love to be an expression of the I am exactly as I am. I give thanks. I give acknowledgement to my oneness, my perfection, and my power. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. So I'd like to end with a song. I don't know how much time that took, but I'm going to trust that we were okay. If you've ever felt the guilt or felt the shame, if you've ever wondered why you felt the pain, I can finally tell you how to let out. And it works if you can just let go the doubt. It's a now you know type of story a line right now, right now, a line right now. It's the fear that makes you think that something's wrong, but it's not why you have come to sing along. What do you give? What do you say when your fears come and love still stays to tell you that there's always nothing wrong? What can I do to feel the truth? I'll tell you all you need to hear. Hey, yeah, yeah. When fear comes calling and you are falling, you won't fall from the love that's always here. 'Cause you'll be just fine and you'll be alright. Let this go by if you just align right now, right now, align right now. And there's more to life than this. You have come to feel the bliss. There's nothing to figure out. And when problems reappear, you can find the answers here and feel what it's all about. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. 'Cause you'll be just fine and you'll be alright. Let this go by if you just align right now, right now, align right now, right now, right now, align right now. 'Cause you'll be just fine, you'll be alright. Let this go by if you just align. Check this out. All my fears are made simple mistakes, and I am still the same. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Dorothea, and I am here to say I am so happy that I just been a part of that message. He has books at the table. Abundance Vibration, you have to read it. It is an amazing book. If you want to align in your prosperity and your health and your oneness, that book is wonderful. But I digress. And this is our time for our conscious giving. It is now time for conscious giving to our community. Money is a spiritual activity. Spiritual giving is an opportunity to express our gratitude and open our consciousness to receive greater abundance. It is the practice of participating in the circulation of universal good. We have 3 ways to give here at CSL West Georgia. You can put cash or a check in the envelope found in the bulletins, the yellow bulletins in front of you. You can donate electronically with your phone by using the information found on the back of the bulletin. This information is also being placed in the chat window for our online viewers, and there's so many. Number 3, you can also donate online using your Breeze account. If you have a personal Breeze account, this is a wonderful way, effortless way. We acknowledge online giving by using an online giving card. For those of you who have already given, you place your online giving card in the collection plate. So, now, as one consciousness for prosperity, let us say together the words that are in your bulletin. Freely I give with a feeling of abundance, knowing that my gift blesses others as well as myself. And so it is. Okay. Yes. Ding, 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 ding.
You want me to go ahead?
Yes. Let's say yes. Let's say yes, everyone. Let's say yes to John. Let's all be groupies.
This is a meditation, so if you'd like to join, I invite you to take a deep breath with me. Release. And as we get present with that infinite love, infinite intelligence, infinite light that we are, the I am that I am, we can sing this with our hearts. I wanna say thank you for the way you gently open my eyes. No matter what I do, your love is always coming through. When I look in any situation and I say yes, I'll say yes, I'll say yes to your love. Oh yes, oh yes, you've created me fearlessly and wonderfully.
moment. Use me, use me. I surrender in this moment. Let me be your eyes, let me be your hands, let me be your voice. I'll give you everything I can, and I say yes. Great Spirit, I say yes. Surrender, I say yes. I'll give up everything that keeps me from knowing you and knowing the truth. And take my hands, do what you will, and take my voice, do what you will, and take my do what you will, and let your love flow through me. I know you know the plans to prosper me. Yes, give me hope in the future, and I say yes. I surrender, and I say yes, yes, and I say yes, yes. Great Spirit, I say yes, yes. Father, Mother, I say yes, 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 and I say yes. Spirit, I say yes. Father, I say yes to your love. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
But I had to keep my decorum. That was a wonderful pause. And together we say, I am grateful for the divine givingness circulating abundantly through my life, our community, and our world. Okay, we have announcements. Our guest speaker next week, May 28th, will be Letitia Dickerson. Stand up. Letitia is a practitioner from SLCA. The title of her talk will be Getting Your Act Together. I'm excited to hear. Upcoming events, June 17th, yard sale. Please start putting unwanted items aside for our upcoming June yard sale. We especially would like some tools for the men that come by for the sale. June 17th, bake sale, the same day. Along with the yard sale, we will have bake sale, and we will have a lot of great goodies. So please contribute. We have a list to sign up for those who would like to participate in the bake sale. Volunteers are needed. We need volunteers Sunday to be greeters and readers. You can either see Sandy, or you can either see Ronnie, or you can contact us at CSL West Georgia at gmail.com if you want to be a reader or a greeter. Now, we have a social media page. Yes. Please like and subscribe to our social media page. We have Facebook, Instagram, and Meetup. And if you go every week, twice a week, just like what you see. It allows others to come in and participate. And that's the end of our announcements. Our closing affirmation. Let us stand and say our closing affirmation. We go forth today knowing that we are God's blessing in the world. Only good goes from us, only good comes to us, and so it is. Connie?
Of course, we've got to do our circle. Yes. Let there be peace. Begin with me. Let